Alright, y'all. So we back. We back. Family team. Yeah. So today we gonna do a little story time. Everybody loves stories. And if you don't love stories, you're gonna love this one right here. Alright, so today is gonna be so for this one I got three people I gotta go through. Three people, y'all, that's going, that's involved in my coming out story. So, the first person we're going to start with is my grandmother. Yeah, we're going to start right there. Alright, y'all. So, mainly my whole life, I live with my grandmother. Basically, my whole life, I live with my grandmother. So, I didn't I want to say I didn't really have to come out to my grandmother. I was just like one of those kids, like I was spoiled by my grandmother, and I also did whatever I want. Me and my sister did whatever we wanted to do. Basically, we wasn't wild. We got whatever we wanted, and I can be honest, like we worked. Like mostly all our lives. We worked for everything that we got. So, I want to say how my grandmother found out. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember. I've been thinking about this all week, y'all. So, I ain't trying not to leave nothing out. Alright, so I started dressing. Oh, okay, y'all. Too. I just remember something. Yo, this stuff bring back memories. So, y'all. I remember I started to dress this is for my first girlfriend when I first came out, right? So I'm gonna add a little juicy in there, a little splish splash in there real quick for y'all too, with my grandmother. Another thing that she found out. But when I had my first girlfriend, my grandmother found out basically because I guess I changed, I changed up how I used to dress and everything like that. And it was one day that I was supposed to come home from school, but I didn't come home. I came home late or whatever like that. I was supposed to go with my sister, and I think at that time, I can't remember. I don't know if my sister ratted me out. But I think she did, y'all. I really think that she did.
Yes, she did.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did, Peter. I just saw it.
All right, take it easy.
All right, so I was supposed to go with my sister and go home with her. But I didn't go home with her. I went to old girl house or whatever like that, and I stayed out late. And I think I blurted it out. I think I was over it. I guess I was just over it, holding it in, because mind you, I was already talking to her. Mind you, the girl is older than me, so I was already talking to her, whatever like that. We was already kicking it, chilling. So let me get back on track. So I was supposed to go with my sister home. Her and her boyfriend was going to my house. And I think me and my sister got into it or something like that. I don't remember. But her boyfriend or whatever, he drove. And I got out the car. And then I walked to old girl house. Because I was down the street around the block. Whatever. So I walked there. And I came home late. And I don't know if my sister told her where I was at. I think, your parents and your grandparents catch on to if they keep hearing certain names of people that you was around. So, I'm not dropping no names, though. Nope. So, yeah, I came home late, got into it with my grandmother, and I think my sister told her the name of whoever house I was at, and I guess my grandmother, at that point was tired of hearing that person's name. So, of course, back in the day, my grandmother being my grandmother, church life, everything, it was just it happened at that point, but it was dead at that point. So my grandmother was like, oh, you ain't gonna, no granddaughter of mine's gonna be blah 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 blah, all this all this extra stuff. You're not gonna be messing with no girl, blah 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 blah. So I'm in my head like, girl, it's already there. It's there. Okay, I am there. I am past what you think I am past. I am skippity-loo down that block. Okay, it's over. You can't change it. It happened already. It been happened. It's there. So yeah. Dang, that bring back memories. I'm trying to figure out my sister ratted me out. I'm gonna find out. And I'm gonna bring it up to her. But back on track. So, boom. My mother. Okay. My mother found out because one day I was sitting on the couch, but I feel like my mother like had a like idea. Like I said, anybody can have. Okay. So, my mother, right? This was when I didn't transition into like buying male underwear or whatever like that yet. But I had these like pair of like they looked like boxers, but they wasn't boxers or whatever. I guess they was like not swimming trunks, but they was like girly, like, you know, pajama pants or something like that. So they were short stuff. So I was like, yo, I'm chilling. And I put them on one day. And I guess when I was sitting on the couch, like my shirt was up on the side. And I guess like my mother could see like the boxer print, what it looked like boxer print. And then, so when she was like, she was going to go through the door to go upstairs. And then that's when she was like, oh, come upstairs with me real quick. I want to talk to you about something. Bro. Why instantly I just looked down on the side of me and I was like, oh shit. Like I pulled my shirt down and I was like, damn, I know what she about to ask me. I know what this about to be about. So, right, go upstairs, and when I say y'all, my heart was like pounding and it was in my ass. My heart was in my ass. Okay, so went upstairs. And it wasn't nothing bad. Like, surprisingly, it wasn't nothing bad. Like, my mom just asked me, like... And mind you, this is already after I already came out to my grandmother. Like, I didn't even have to say the words that I'm gay or whatever, or lesbian. I'm going to use that. Yeah. I'm going to say gay, lesbian. I didn't have to use the word I'm a lesbian to my grandmother. I just did whatever I wanted to do. I was already dressing like that. I was already talking to a girl. So, yeah. So with my mother, I didn't have to come out. No, we actually did have a serious talk. And my mom asked me, she was like, oh yeah, you know, so just beating, you know, not beating around the bush, but she got like straight to the point, like just asking me like, you know, what's going on with me and how I'm feeling, and I was just breaking it down to her. Like I wasn't scared because I was already there, like I said. So I was just like, you know, and she asked me, was it a phase? And I said no, because I had like 2 boyfriends before that. Man, please. All right. No, not fun. Never going back. But yeah. So she asked me like, oh, did I think like it was a phase or anything like that? And I'm like, no, it's not a phase. Like I'm really attracted to women. Like I love everything about a woman. And after that she was just like, oh, okay, you know, just be safe and blah 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 blah. So the banger, I saved the best for last, y'all. I say the best for last. So my father, yeah, I'm going ahead. Yeah. So this is probably 2 years, 3 years, I don't know. But this is time down the road when this man found out. All right. So let me tell you something. Is y'all listening? I hope you listening. I'm gonna sit up for y'all. Okay. So my father, he decides to come and visit. All right. This man, he lives about 4 or 3 hours away. So he decides to come and visit. But what he decides to do already, mind y'all, he decides to pop up. One, I swear for God, my grandmother set me up. You set me up because she knew he was coming. She knew he was coming. But like I said, my grandmother was fine with my lifestyle. And the crazy part about it, at that time, me and the person that I was talking to was living under the roof of my grandmother. Like, my grandmother was accepting me and the person that I was dealing with. Like, my grandmother was, that's my dog. My dog. But yeah, that's my dog right there. So, at that time, me and the person I was dealing with was living under the roof of my grandmother's, and my sister was living there too, you know, whatever. But everybody working. We always working, you know, we always doing our thing. So, back to the story. My father decides to pop up and do a surprise visit.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Bad decision. So I was home at that time, and the person I was dealing with was home at that time. My grandmother was home at that time. I guess my father calls her, tells her he's downstairs. She don't come in the room and say nothing. She goes downstairs, opens the door. I'm in my room minding my business, in the bed, with the person I was dealing with. I'm laid up, chilling, watching TV. Knock at the door. Opens the door. Y'all. Why did the person that I was talking to at that time hide under the cover the whole time? So, yeah. Of course, y'all won't hear too many stories about my father, but he's a weird one. I got up, gave him a hug, everything, but I know he seen the body under the cover. He ain't say nothing at that time. No. He didn't say anything at that time. Shoot, probably after that, you know, we walked out the room, and I think my grandmother threw in like, oh yeah, that's her friend or whatever. But the person was under the covers. Did not come from under the covers. So, leave out of the room. Fast forward, he goes back home, and a couple of days, weeks, probably a couple of weeks, I ain't hear from him. I know he probably was mad. He always in his bag. He in his bag, his duffel more than I'm in my duffel, okay? But yeah, he was in his bag, so I ain't hear from him. Used to that. But yeah. So when he finally decides, you know, to talk to me and speak to me and everything like that, he was like, oh yeah, I was mad that old boy didn't have enough respect to come from under the covers and introduce himself and say something. In that moment, bro, I just blurted it out. I blurted it out. I couldn't even hold it in, y'all. I couldn't hold it in. I was like, that wasn't no boy. That wasn't no boy, Damon. That was a girl. What are you talking about? And instantly, when I said, I was like, that ain't no boy. That was a girl. What you talking about? He was like, oh. I got O. And after that, ever since then, I felt like, yeah, our relationship, it was out the window then, it's out the window now. But yeah, I just had to get it off my chest. I was open with everybody, you know. I was doing whatever I wanted to do anyway. So yeah, that is my coming out story. It wasn't too bad, was it? Cause some stories I hear, yo, and some YouTubers I have watched about their coming out stories, like I really be feeling bad. Like I feel bad for y'all. But to see where y'all at now, especially the ones that I've had followed consistently and been watching YouTube before I even made my channel, I'm proud of y'all. Round of applause, cause we out here. Not hiding in no closets, we out here. No, not doing that. No, can't. Won't happen. But now, let me get back to the juicy part. The juicy part I have for y'all, the banger of all bangers right now. So, I don't know if I should tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna just add it in. I'm editing. So, my grandmother found out about my first tattoo. I had to go to a doctor to get a procedure done, and I was laying down like on the table or whatever, and the guy was checking me, doing her annual checkup and everything like that. And I was laying down on the table, and I had like sweatpants on, and this is how she found out my first tattoo. And it wasn't my first girlfriend name I had tatted, it was my second girlfriend name I had tatted or whatever like that. So she found out, because I don't even know how this lady seen that. I don't even know. I don't even remember if I had long socks on or short socks on. I had to have short socks on for her to see that. Nah, I think I had long socks on. So however it was, I think my sweatpants like moved up a little bit when I was laying down on the table, and she seen the tattoo on my leg. And she was like, oh, what's that? And I'm like, oh, nothing. And she like, let me see. Y'all, the look on Granny's face, baby. I thought she wanted to take me out. But I was just like, yo, yeah, I got her name tatted and she got me tatted. I just wanted to, like, I was just nonchalant. I was like, yeah. Yep. It's there. It's permanent. It's not going anywhere. Yeah. Yep. But surprisingly, like I said, she was mad at first and she got over it. Because it's there. It happened already. The same thing with me coming out. It's there. It happened already. I was skipping down the motherfucking road already. Cape on and everything. Mind of my business. But yeah, y'all, that's my coming out story. And I hope y'all enjoy. I hope I made y'all laugh. You know, I hope I make y'all feel better. And I hope that this right here helps somebody else that's either been hiding in the closet and can't be themselves to come out to be yourself, whether the response from the people that say they love you, whether their response is good or whether their response is bad. Because the hardest thing, the only thing that you're doing right now, if you're holding back from being who you really want to be, is you're hurting yourself. You're not making nobody else happy. You're not. In this life that we live, you're not going to make nobody else happy by trying to not be who you want to be. If you get me. I hope you get that. Be yourself. Be free, yo. Be genuine to yourself. Love yourself. Give care to yourself. Make yourself happy. I'm telling you. That's the only way you're going to be happy. That's the only way it can be. So, won't you go ahead before this video ends? You could have did that in the beginning. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And don't worry. I got more in store for y'all. I'm trying to be consistent, y'all. I'm trying to be consistent. I'm really trying to do this. Okay? No more being on the sidelines. Family things. We out here. All right. Till next time.